Let me give you an example of the type of problems in this section. Here's the directions. For each of the following rules, translate the given verbal rule into a symbolic rule. Let x represent the input and y the output. Those are variables. So let's look at this first one. To obtain y, multiply x by -3 and then subtract 14 from the product. So we're going to write a symbolic rule that relates x and y, and this is the verbal expression on how those two are related. Let's write the symbolic expression. So what we're going to do here is take x and multiply it with -3, and then that forms a product, and then we're going to subtract 14 from that product. So remember, the from number or from expression comes first, so that looks like this. The product of x and -3 subtract 14, and that's how we obtain our y. Now that's an okay way of leaving the symbolic rule. We could write it this way. Y equals -3x minus 14. That's probably better. But again, this is saying the product of -3 and x, or x and -3, and then subtracted 14 from that product. So this right here is our answer, a symbolic rule. Let's go to another one. To obtain y, add 7 to x and then multiply the sum by 2. So we're going to take x and add 7 to it. That looks like this. And then multiply the sum by 2. That means the entire sum, both pieces of this addition. So we're going to multiply this entire thing by 2, and that we need parentheses for that, so we can put the 2 out here. We could put it out here, probably better out there. And this is how we obtain y. So y is equal to that expression. So there's a symbolic rule for this verbal rule. So let me box that up. Okay, next, to obtain y, square the sum of x and 8. So for y, we square a sum. In order to square a sum, we've got to use parentheses. This sum has two pieces, and those pieces are x and 8. So there's the sum of x and 8. If we're going to square that entire sum, we need parentheses, and to square it, we put a little exponent up there. So that's how we obtain y. So this relates x and y in a symbolic form. This relates x and y in a verbal form. So there's our answer.